never came across my YouTube channel or never came across any of the content that I ever produced through YouTube or social media, welcome. My name is Tia and I'm a stand-up comedian and content creator. Most of the content creator aspect is about traveling less known places. That's always my goal, is just like showing less known places. Because with stand up allows me to go here and there, traveling everywhere, performing in some places that might be well known, other places that might not be well known. Always been a fan of Crystal Palace, not just saying because they now winning stuff. If you go to the previous videos, you can see that like early days of arriving to England, I got interested in the team of Crystal Palace. Was the time in which they had Zaha, and I was truly fascinated by that player. And that player itself brought me to like enjoy the team and finding amusement on the team. Everyone in my surroundings, when they would talk about football, they would talk about like the bigger teams like Chelsea, like Spurs, like Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, all of those teams. When everyone would ask me like, "What team do you support here?" and I'm like, "Crystal Palace," and they would be like, "Why? You're Portuguese, right? Why Crystal Palace?" That's like such, and it knowing more and more what ended up like being my life, moving to Croydon, enjoying Croydon for a year, like all of that stuff, more and more like I feel that I'm connected to Croydon and Crystal Palace, to that surroundings in certain way, even before that move. But they were the underdog. That was just like that might cause surprises here and there because they always had decent players. The Crystal Palace supporters that for me, and that's why the title, are among the best supporters in the world, because the way that they like make the stadium vibrant, the way that like they make uh, a nice way for the team to enjoy and to play and have joy, it's just amazing. I never had the opportunity to go see the men's team on the home stadium, but I had the opportunity to go see the females team at one point. But I'm not gonna put that footage here. If you wanna search, just go back a few videos, and when I mean a few videos, few, and just go search there. The thumbnail is clear. It talks about football, and I had like an highlight of different matches, different footage that are quite interesting. Most of the British people, they are rooting more for the underdog than like the big dog. So it's just like I always found that interesting. Even on traveling, like I was saying, I always find interesting places that most people might not know, because I never found joy on just going to places that are crowded. I find it joy on finding places that I'm like, oh, I'm here with another two people, or I'm here alone, and this is joyful. Why no one is here? Why? So I remember that I think was New Doncaster. I could have done the research before pressing on recording on the camera, and that was the idea, but then my mind went on different routes and I just forgot that I probably should have done that, just to verify that which place, which team uh, I went to see at the time. I think was Doncaster, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I do apologize, and they might be close to each other. I don't know, or not really. But I remember that was like, or maybe I will edit this stuff here. I remember that was like some sort of a Carabao Cup or FA Cup or something like that. And I remember living in Atfield, living close to the north of London, is in the border of London and not London, if I'm honest. And like I had the opportunity during that year with people that I met to travel around England and trying to go see different games of football. So I remember this one specifically in which me and one of my friends at the time, I remember paying a lot on the tickets because I paid mine and hers, just being a gentleman, even if you're just being a friend. Doesn't cost anything. She was not into football. She just came for the company and for the good, for the fun. So it's just like, why not? Why not? So I pay for my ticket and hers. I pay for the. It was just like fun time. Let's just have fun time. You don't need to fuck anyone to just like pay for stuff. It's the same as like Christmas. You don't need to give gifts to people just because it's Christmas. You can give gifts to people all year around. Oh, surprise! If I spoil something, sorry. So I remember going there. First and foremost, I think, was when I came across like all the disruptions, all these chaos that is like public transport in England, because I was used to like living in Atfield. That's like if you want to commute to somewhere to within London, like it's not that hard. And they're like, oh, public transportation is not bad. But then you get out of that bubble, sort of, and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fucked. Fair. Fair what everyone says in the internet. And like when we got there, we try to walk around, we try to. If I have photos of the place, I'll put here. Um, More fun to then like trying to find the stadium, in which there is a story that I tell to some friends that is just like every time I tell that story, it's just like they look at me in an insane way, and I understand. Found one person walking and like passing us, and then we just asked like, or me, I just asked like, I'm the person with less shyness. Even if I'm introvert, I don't mind asking directions or stuff. I don't mind like trying to understand where I am or whatever. So I just like, I asked how to go to the stadium stuff, and the guy said like, I'm going that way. So I was just like, oh, okay, this guy is walking, fair enough, we go with him. Then we start walking a little bit with this person, and I realize that he's going to like a car park. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, but fair enough, I guess. I see like a good car, like I think was a Mercedes or a BMW or something like that. And my mind is just like, there is no way that like this person is gonna kidnap us because he has a good car. That was my logic. I know it doesn't work like that. I know I might be completely wrong and off track with this train of thoughts. This person said that he would help us. There's nothing wrong with it. He has a nice car. That's how like not mature, let's put that way, I was. And my friend was just like, sure. She was looking at me with like a scared face, like, what are you doing? Are you trying to get this kidnapped? And that they didn't even realize. I'm like, hey, fair enough, we get it right somewhere. So it would be a different story. I would appear in the headlines like, this guy went missing. And now he appeared in the woods. He doesn't have most of the organs. Yeah, the story would end differently in a different setting, but yeah, it ended alright. I'm here, I'm alive. Hey, spoiler alert. The first thing that I did for security, which sounds even more ridiculous, was just like I put the belt and I closed the windows. It's just like, oh, if this guy is trying to kidnap you, yeah, he's gonna kidnap you. Well, easy because you're just fucking dumb. Yeah, no. He will kidnap you very easy. You know, you close the windows and you put the seatbelts. Sure, makes sense. You don't know this person from someone, but security first. Yes, right, makes sense. So, yeah, I do that. We got to the place safe. Nice, that was nice. Go to the tickets and stuff. And the tickets that I bought because let's put here like a simple hack. Don't do this often, or don't tell people that you do this often, but sometimes, like, most of the clubs, the way that they do stuff is just like it's through memberships, and Crystal Palace is like that. It's through memberships. You need to buy a yearly membership to then have access to buy tickets. You don't get like the tickets with just the membership. You get access to the tickets. So it's like you pay annually a fee to then get access to the tickets that is an extra fee. That's basically how like most clubs in England work. Apart from like low league, lower teams in which you can just buy tickets or even in the day, or if it's like a big match, maybe buy it in advance but buy it from the website and stuff. So I always wanted to go see Crystal Palace, but was hard because like this membership type of deal. I thought like, oh, okay, they are going to play the FA Cup. This is a lower team division. This is not the Premier League. And I was just like, I'm just gonna try to buy from them. My mistake. I tried to buy from them, and I went with like all equipped with like Crystal Palace stuff, which I could just like not do. Yeah, if you buy from the away team, like if you buy from a lower team, whatever, don't go full equipped with your like the team that you support that you didn't have a chance to buy the tickets for their side. Go as normal as possible. Try to go like even somehow and not make a huge fuss, but still enjoy football. But no, I went full equipped. I went with like my t-shirt, my scarf, all the stuff like Sporting Palace. Hey, again, the photos here that I've shown or will show here, uh, it will show what I mean by that. We can try to find a way that just like you get a different ticket. And I was like, okay, how do we do that? It's like just head yourself to the door, whatever, on the stadium, and they will sort that for you. So I ended up doing this hack to get the ticket that other way around I would see in like the side of the the lower division team sort of, and I ended up being placed among like the Crystal Palace fans, which was fucking amazing. Cause like I didn't have the ticket for that. I had the ticket for the other way, but also like through all of this, they were like, "Yeah, we will find a way to fit you there." So it's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Mostly like away games is just like the fanatics and like people chanting and stuff, which is like it's always what I enjoy about football. Most of the times it's just like that camaraderie that is just like people are chanting, rooting for the sport, for the team, like creating this environment that is fucking brilliant. So what you will see here is a little bit of that, is a little bit of